Our first interview of the Red Carpet 2016. Stephen Fingleton, congratulations on your nomination for the Survivalist. When you star in the film, it's had incredible reviews. What does this nomination mean to you and your movie?
Well, I think it's tremendous. My cast and crew did a huge amount of work creating this film, and to get recognition on one of the most prestigious festivals in the world. As my actor would say, he's from Belfast, I'm absolutely flabbergasted.
This is wonderful, Martin McCann.
He's incredible, yeah.
Now, I read an interview with Mia Goth, who starred, she plays your daughter in the film, and she said that she wasn't allowed to shower for a couple of weeks. I mean, how far did you take it with your actors? What did you put them through?
Well, my actors would do the things they felt was most appropriate.
Yeah.
Alwyn did, a very intense diet all throughout the shoot, which had affected everyone's mood and so on. People spent time in the cabin. My actor went on a survival course, worked out how to skin a rabbit. He skins a rabbit on screen, for real. So it was about getting into the mindset of the characters and the physical state they would be in.
Okay, well, yeah. What did you take on board, Alwyn, in playing this role? How did you? I mean, he was talking about your special diet. Was there anything else that you did to get into character?
No, the diet was the main thing. But I grew up in quite a remote part of Ireland, so I was able to relate very closely to that kind of environment and possibly that kind of living. I've killed rabbits and skinned them already, so I didn't have to train.
You didn't have to do the course, no. Martin. I mean, you could have taught Martin, of course. And I mean, this is your first film, your debut film, Stephen. How was he as a first-time director of a feature?
He was brilliant.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm really, really proud of having been cast in this and having done this film. And I've watched it 4 times now, and every time I see it, it's more and more compelling, and it's different every time I see it.
Exactly. I'm just imagining your budget is slightly less than The Revenant. There are some similarities.
Well, it's about 100 times less, and we get to make choices that a big budget film doesn't do. We can do terrible things to our characters that on a bigger budget film they have to be a little softer. So I'm really pleased with the freedom that allowed. And also, you've got a cast that you're not going to be that familiar with their work, and you believe their characters completely. You
never see them as anyone else that they've been.
No baggage, no headlines. It's just them being people, and you're watching people on screen.
And you're hooked straight into that world the minute you start watching. It's incredible. It's an incredible film. Mark Kermode has given it incredible reviews. Exciting times ahead. What's next for you? Have you got your next project planned?
Yeah, I'm doing an American film, which is on a much bigger budget, a bit like The Revenant. It's going to be a science fiction film set in a future that might be closer than we think.
Fantastic. Good luck tonight to both of you.
Thank you.
And well done on making such a brilliant film. And fingers crossed for you both. Look forward to seeing the next film. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
John, how are you? You're right. Thank you, John.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah.
Hey. Thank you. John, can I get a picture, please?
John,
Thank you.
John,
Can I get a
John.
picture? My God.
John, can you do this one here? How are you, Femi? You alright? John, can you do this?
Thank you. Can I get a photo? Oh, big Christmas. Hi, John.
John.
Okay, 2 very important people from BAFTA with us now. Would you like to introduce yourselves to our wonderful viewers?
Zoe, I am Chantal, and I am part of BAFTA Team LA.
Team LA, lucky you.
And I'm Matthew, and I'm the other part of BAFTA Team LA.
Yeah. So obviously we have a BAFTA here doing incredible work, also in New York. What happens in LA? What projects have you been doing? I heard about a tea party.
Oh, we have very good tea parties out there. We do a fantastic tea party just before the Golden Globes. We do another one just before the Emmys. And we have our own BAFTA Britannia Awards, the British Academy Britannia Awards, which are honours that we give out from BAFTA Los Angeles to wonderful people.
And do you do similar work to over here in London? Do you have screenings? Do you have, chats with film directors
Absolutely.
and actors?
We've got about 20% of all BAFTA members live and work in Southern California. So we're there to look after them, to make sure that they're up to speed with all the screenings, that they get to know exactly what's going on, which movies are out there, and that's very much part of what we're there to do, is to look after the local membership.
Which films have moved you the most this year, would you say?
Moved us the most? Well, I think obviously most of our members have a British sensibility to them, so obviously there's a great contingent of British films this year, but we have to remain impartial, so we'll have to say there's a lot of very strong contenders.
I know you've got a list in your pocket. Good luck tonight. It's a fantastic event, an amazing list of people coming tonight.
We're incredibly lucky that so many people have come from
and
Los
so
Angeles.
many categories incredibly close to call.
Yeah, way too close.
Will it be Leo's year? We'll find out.
We'll see.
Have a wonderful night. Thanks for
so
talking to
much.
us.
Cheers.
This dress is amazing.
Thank
I
you.
loved your movie.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bel Powley nominated for EE BAFTA Rising Star. How excited are you right this minute?
I'm very, very excited. I mean, I grew up in London. I've been watching the BAFTAs my whole life, so it means
You're from
a lot.
Shepherd's Bush.
I'm from the bush.
I know, it's incredible, because when you watch Diary of a Teenage Girl, which I have to say I love that film so much. I was working out this morning to the soundtrack. That might be a bit bizarre for you.
No, the soundtrack is amazing. It's all 70s
So
music.
good,
It's
so good.
great.
And it was such a joy amongst a lot of films this year, of very heavy-hitting, quite hard themes. I mean, it's not without, drama in there, but it was such a joyous film. What a role to play. Minnie, she's such a great character.
Yeah, and it was just a dream for me, because it was the first time I'd ever really read a character which really portrays what it actually feels like to be a woman. So I'm just proud that we got that out there finally, an honest portrayal of a girl.
And working with Alexander Skarsgård and Kristen Wiig playing your mum.
Yeah, it was awful. They're horrible.
Nightmare.
No, they're amazing.
And you wore some incredible clothes. What's next for you? You've got so many films, I don't know which one to pick. Which one are you most excited about coming out next?
I'm about to start shooting a movie with Al Fanning that Haifa Al-Mansour is directing, a period movie about Mary Shelley and her sister Claire Claremont, and I'm really excited about that because it's another female powerhouse movie.
Did you know a lot about Mary Shelley before this, and Percy?
No, not really. No. And I think the story that we're telling, not a lot of people know. It's about kind of the women rather than the men.
Okay, fantastic. Good luck tonight.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Absolutely wonderful.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank
Bye.
you.
congratulations on double nomination tonight. It must be so tough for you. Where does your allegiance lie? I don't know. Obviously for Ex Machina and also for The Danish Girl. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm just thrilled to be here. I've I came here for the first time I think 4 years ago, and since then I've done most of my films in the UK actually. So I'm just so happy to kind of be invited of a film community in a country where I've with culture that I've looked up to.
Fantastic. Talk about working with Alex Garland. I mean, obviously he's worked in film for a long, long time, but this was his first outing as a director. How was he to work with?
Well, I questioned him several times because he did not feel like he hadn't done that before. He came in with such clear, mind and ideas of what he wanted, and I thought he had written one of the best scripts I'd ever read. And I find him just simply brilliant.
Brilliant. And Ava, what a role to play.
I mean, it was something that was already off the page, so very interesting, special and different from anything I'd read before, and also a bit of a blank page because she was a thing that hasn't, been created before. So you kind of had to go in with a very open mind and figure out and be artistic and find a way of bringing life or not to Ava.
And we all fell in love with her, even though we're supposed to. We did all fall in love with her. I can believe it. And let's talk about Gerda. What an incredible life she had, and with Lily. I mean, it's a beautiful and heartbreaking story, and so beautifully told.
Yeah, I was just blown away by the fact that I did not know more about this quite extraordinary couple, and also about that the first gender confirmation surgery already happened in the 2030s. So to be invited to be part in kind of bringing this story to life was a big honour.
And tell us about Jason Bourne very quickly, because we're very excited. It's coming out soon.
I'm a huge fan of the previous films, so I kind of found myself on set now just several times, feeling like I was, a bit of a fan. But it's been wonderful, and we're just finishing up in London, actually, right now.
And we're very excited to see it. Good luck tonight. Let's hope you win both categories, and your partner Michael wins as well. It'll be a wonderful Valentine's night. Thank you.
Have a lovely night. Thank you.
And Finn, of course, from Star Wars.
Yes.
How much has your life changed in the last couple of years?
Do you know what's so weird? I don't know. Yeah, it has changed. It has changed, but I still have the separation between the Star Wars world and home. So I guess I'm lucky for now.
That's healthy.
Yeah, it's a healthy balance right now.
Can you go unnoticed if you're out?
I went to Waitrose this morning and I bought a Belgian bun, and no one bothered me. It was fantastic.
Fantastic. A fine class of supermarket.
Absolutely.
I must say. What can you tell us about episode 8? I'm imagining not very much, but how excited are you? Have you started shooting?
I start tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, so you've got to be on fresh face.
I've got a 6 a.m. pickup tomorrow.
Oh.
So,
and how's your new director?
Oh, Ryan has my heart already. He's fantastic in it, and he definitely deserves to take the helm after the great J.J. Abrams. So it's going to be fantastic.
No, he must be. I'd be terrified if I was him. Of course, it's up for many nominations, special visual effects tonight. Mm-hmm. Would you like to see all the guys you work with pick up some awards tonight?
Oh, absolutely, and I like to see John Williams pick up the award tonight. So I'm definitely excited. Just let's get one for Force Awakens.
Okay,
yeah.
And let's just quickly mention Major Lazer.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
It is an incredible television show. If you haven't seen it yet, you've got to check it out.
Yeah, you've got to check it out. Black Market, Major Lazer.
Okay. John Boyega,
it's
lovely to see you right in front of our eyes. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's an amazing suit too.
Lovely, thank you. That's terrific. Straight at me, that's great. Lovely, thank you.
Go. Come on!
Trying to get out of the shot.
Can I hold? Can I bring you to the middle of the carpet, please? Thank you. That's lovely. Thank you. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, I'm grand.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Run with that pen, Saoirse.
Yes. Do you mind if I rub this?
This way, Saoirse. Thank you.
Put your hand down so I can move it back to you.
Guys, stop pushing. Stop pushing, guys.
Thank you so much.
Getting crushed. Thank you.
Yes. Guys, can you move the picture, please? Thank you. I know. Saoirse, can I get a photo? Yeah, sure. Saoirse, we've been waiting since Thursday. Oh, have you? Saoirse, we got a dinner.
Guys.
Welcome to, sorry, this is a live, moving thing. Tell me all about what you're doing tonight, Hazel, apart from looking absolutely stunning. Who's your friend with the camera?
This is my BAFTA +1, who's come along courtesy of EE.
Does he have a name? What's your name?
A part of the internet at the moment. He's not allowed to speak, so it's all very strange.
Sorry.
So he's like my
he
real
is
+1.
the whole internet.
He represents the internet.
It does say on your badge. I should have read that. Bad presenting skills.
Quite all right. So essentially, my subscribers get to come along to the BAFTAs with me, courtesy of the capture cam, which is attached to his head, the poor man.
I know.
So
it looks very comfortable.
I'm told it is.
Not tempted to wear it yourself?
Not at the moment. I just didn't feel it would go with the outfit, to be honest. So maybe tomorrow, maybe when I start lounging.
Which performances this year have really moved you, Hazel?
I made a video last week about my 5 top films of last year, and it was really hard to narrow down. I think Star Wars The Force Awakens, obviously, I'm just such a die-hard fan that after 3 decades waiting for a good Star Wars film, it was really, really moving to sort of be there for the first time again.
I cried several times, actually.
I actually had to calm me down. I left brokenhearted. Room, which I saw recently, really moved me. I was so affected by it, and I wasn't expecting to be, but Brie Larson and Jacob Tremblay, oh my God, they're both just stunning. So yeah, I think given it was sort of just a couple of characters interacting in a room, like it was so well done, it was so well directed. Yeah, it was really, really beautiful. I think The Revenant, obviously.
It's a harrowing watch, isn't it? You feel like you've almost gone through as much as Leonardo DiCaprio by the end of it.
Yeah, so I think it didn't make it on the list, but only because it was actually kind of difficult, I guess. I didn't leave the cinema feeling hopeful and joyous. But yeah, you do really kind of go through the trauma with him, I guess, and his performance is amazing, as is Tom Hardy, and Will Poulter as well.
Will Poulter, who's here tonight as well, a former E rising star. It's very lovely to meet you, the internet, and Hazel, have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much. You too, Zoe.
Good luck there, mister, with the camera.
Good to see you. You're following?
If it makes that left turn, you guys will be here just
Music composer.
I wonder. Pretty quickly for you guys. Okay, we'll see you.
And just to your left, please. And to your left, please. Thank you.
Just wait, yeah, can we get someone to take you down to the road?
Right.
This is Rupert, he'll be talking to you guys down.
Hello, Rupert. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, there she is, there she is.
Yeah, someone.
what? I have a Sharpie that you can take. Okay, that's enough.
Brian, please! Brian, please! Brian, please! Brian! Brian, please! Smart, Brian!
It's cool. It's just yeah, no, it's cool.
Brian! Brian, please. Brian, keep moving. Brian.
No, I don't want to get messy makeup. There you go, together. That's lovely. Thank you. Straight up. Can I just do a single? Yes, of course. Thank you very much. Terrific. Thank you very much. See you later. Have a good one. See you later. Thank you.
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, buddy.
Michael, down here! Can you sign down here for me? Michael, down here! Michael!
Congratulations on your nomination for Brooklyn. I read, and I don't know if I'm right, that you actually read the book, Brooklyn, when you were 16 years old.
Yeah, when I was about 16, I had read it just for pleasure because Colm is, you know, such a popular author everywhere, but especially in Ireland. And so I think it was my Irish agent, Derek, actually, that gave it to me. And I read it, and then years later, the script had kind of been floating around for a while, and I was the right age for it. So
I mean, I also read that you just moved away from home around the time that you were filming it. So obviously you could sort of empathise with her character.
I totally could. That's what made it so emotional. It was really strange that there was no sort of separation when it came to her sort of journey compared to mine. And I moved over here. I had moved to London and I had been here for about 6 months and was very homesick. And, you know, even though it's similar to home, it's not, you know, it's not your roots, and you're sort of getting used to establishing yourself in a new city, and I was going through all of that while I was making the film. So
that came through probably, I imagine. It made
totally.
Even better performance.
Totally.
How happy are you that it's been embraced the world over? I know it's so cold.
It's so cold.
It's freezing.
But I'm so happy to be back in London. It's so nice.
Even though my face got moved. How happy are you the film's been embraced by everybody?
It's honestly been one of the most wonderful experiences I've ever had. Just because, especially when you don't expect something like that to happen, and then you get this outpouring of love, and people kind of telling you, you know, this is my parents' story, this is my story, this is what my granddad went through when he moved away. It's so personal for everyone. So
I'm going to let you go. Your coat awaits, and good luck with the Sea Guard. Very excited to see you play Chekhov. Amazing. Good luck tonight. Thanks for talking to us. I was getting the tap.
Thank you very much.
Nice one, Matt.
Matt, down the end, you used his pen and didn't sign for him, Matt. Matt, you used his pen. Matt.
Matt, just above, please, bro. Matt.
Come on. Come on, boy.
Matt,
who's my friend? Matt? Matt, my friend is waiting for 2 days for you. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you. Later. Just turn around towards me, in the middle of the carpet. Okay. Thank you very, very much. Terrific. Thank you very much.
Stunning. Thank you very much. Angela, please. Angela.
One moment.
Okay, come on.
Thank you very much.
Just in case you didn't know your name.
Change the car.
Thank you very much.
Love your autograph, thank you. You're great in ER, I loved you in ER. Thank you. Angela, can you say something, please? Okay. Can you say something, please?
Can I get a picture with you, please? Wearing the suit.
It's a deal. Because I need to you
No, John Lewis actually.
Can I get a quick picture of you on the carpet? Thank you very, very much. Thank you, sir.
very lucky.
Can I get a picture, please?
Sorry.
Can I get a picture? Thank you so much. Enjoy your week.
Well, the picture comes
Thank you so much.
Do all your shoeing a bit further up. You're too close to me.
God, yeah,
Matt
you must be
Smith,
cold out
I'm
there all
sure
night.
I've got fleece tights. Don't
Smart.
tell anyone, don't tell anyone. How excited are you about Pride and Prejudice and zombies?
Very excited about Pride and Prejudice and zombies.
It looks like outrageous fun.
It sort of does what it says on the tin, do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's good, and there's some good performances in it, and it's a laugh.
There's
So-
also Twitter questions. In fact, somebody's asked, here was it, how did you make the role of Parson Collins your own? That's from Josh.
Good question, Josh. Well, I thought it'd be interesting if he was in love with Mr. Darcy, not with any of the girls, and so that was my spin on it, I suppose.
And,
One of those-
and they went with it.
Yeah, they were like, the kind of director's cool, but it was like, yeah, man, that seems cool. I kind of like that.
Which performances have really moved you this year out of some of the nominations tonight?
God, so many. I think Brie, I think
Brie Larson,
Fassbender's was was absolutely brilliant. Alicia, I'd like to see her do really well.
She's 2 nominations for her tonight.
Yeah, amazing.
It could be a happy family if Michael Fassbender wins too. That could be an amazing Valentine's
what
Day.
a happy family, frankly. I think The Revenant was a brilliant film, brilliant bit of filmmaking.
Could you have done
DiCaprio
what
would be nice.
Leonardo DiCaprio did? Could you have submerged yourself? Obviously, directors could be watching this. You've got to say yes. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
You'd do anything for a role.
Absolutely. I mean, but that looked pretty out there, didn't it? Especially when he's in the water. But he's got the big bear suit on. But I'd love him to win the Oscar as well. Let's
Okay.
see.
Well,
Let's
fingers
see. But
crossed.
we're at the BAFTAs, not the Oscars.
Oh no, yes, that first. Let's
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Matt Smith, lovely to see you always.
It's a pleasure,
Take
Zoe.
care. Have a lovely
Bye,
night.
darling.
Bye.
Don't get too cold.
I won't, thank you. Okay, I'm ready.
Thank you very much. All right.
Cool.
Are we ready? We're ready. It's freezing, Michael Fassbender. I hope you're wearing a vest.
I'm all right. I've just come from Norway, so it was really cold there.
That's
So,
seriously
yeah,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, that's really cold. Congratulations on Steve Jobs, an incredible film. Such amazing performance from all the cast.
Yeah.
And Aaron Sorkin, fond of so much language. I mean, there were 10 to 12 pages in a scene, like you had to remember. Was that quite overwhelming?
A lot of words. A lot of words. At the beginning when you see the script and it's 200 pages or so, thick, and it's quite daunting. But it's just so rare to get writing like that, and so it's worth all the sort of repetition. But it just takes more time, really.
How was working with Danny Boyle? He's a wonderful man.
Yeah, he's a wonderful man, and he's a master filmmaker. He's a real craftsman. He's also incredibly energetic, and just sort of amazing how much positivity and energy he brings to the set each day, and it literally just drives the whole crew forward. And he was instrumental in offering me the part, and also filming in San Francisco, which was such an important thing. And also he built in a rehearsal schedule for us, which also was key to the whole project. So he was wonderful.
And obviously Kate Winslet nominated tonight for Joan Hoffman. How much fun did you two have running those scenes?
Yeah, lots of fun. She's just, she's a class act. I just love her. She's so much fun. She's brilliant. But, I think both of us have kind of similar styles in terms of preparing and work. We prepare a lot, and then on the day we had a lot of fun with it, and then you can really sort of bounce off each other. She's very generous and just also really a leader. She's kind of one of those born leaders, always making sure that everybody's doing well and getting enough rest.
Do you like the mother of the set? Also, Assassin's Creed. How excited are you? Are you as excited as we are about it coming out?
I am. I mean, I hope people are excited. It was a very special experience to be producing it as well. It was very. I learned a lot, and working with Justin again and Marion and Adam as well, Arkapaw, the DP. We had such a good team together, and we're filming, action sequences and the regressions, it's all happening in real situ. There's very little green screen, which is very unusual these days for this kind of, you know, action-adventure film. So I think it's going to be pretty unique.
I like it going that way.
Yeah.
Go and bring it back, less green screen. Very quickly, a question from Twitter for you. We've had so many for you.
Okay.
Do you still plan to take 6 months off at the end of the year?
Well, hopefully before the end of the year, in the summer, at least 6 months.
Okay. Good luck tonight, and hopefully for Alicia too. Two nominations. It could be a very exciting Valentine's night.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Cheers.
Nice to see
Thank you.
Sorry, Pride and Cranston. Darling, lovely to see you. I don't know.
Curtsy, we're both curtsying
You
here.
are like a king. That's why I curtsy. Brian Cranston, welcome to the BAFTAs. How does this feel tonight?
It's chilly and lovely. It's just, and you know, there's such warmth and embracing fans out here tonight.
Well,
it's
they're
a
very
great
exciting.
celebration.
It's wonderful to know like, who they choose. Is it Walter White? Is it Hal? Is it Dalton Trumbo? It's all of them.
You know, it doesn't matter. I just appreciate the love. It's great to receive it. Yeah.
There is a lot of love for you, Brian. Tell us about playing Dalton Trumbo. How important was it to play this role for you?
You know, anytime that civil liberties are in jeopardy of being lost, I think citizens need to voice their strong objections to that. And perform dissent, which is a a cornerstone to a democracy. And that's what Trumbo really is about, is that not to be afraid of someone else's opinion that it may differ from yours, but to be embracing of it. And that's how we make a better society.
Fantastic. Well put.
Oh,
I couldn't put it better myself. That's wonderful. And what was the most fun scene that you had? I mean, there was a huge ensemble cast in there. I loved those around the table scenes.
Well, I think the most fun I had in Trumbo was doing scenes in the bathtub, where it was nice and hot water, and I just had to sit there. In fact, Elle Fanning, my lovely daughter in the movie, gave me these cufflinks.
Bathtub cufflinks.
These cufflinks.
They are gorgeous. She's a very thoughtful girl. Absolutely
so
wonderful.
Yeah, that's me in the bathtub.
I love the fact that you work like that. Good luck tonight.
Thank you
It's
so
a strong
much.
category.
It's a heck
gonna
of
be
a strong
fight.
category, isn't it?
Lovely to meet you.
It's going to be a fist fight. We'll see who wins.
That'll be the after
Thank you
party.
so much.
Bye.
Thank you, Steve.
Let me get a picture of the two.
I'm shaking
Hello,
your
my darling.
hand.
How are you?
Hello,
Ooh, that's
Sunrise.
kind.
My hands
There
are
you
freezing.
are.
I'm
Good to see
stabbing you.
again.
Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay, are we ready?
There we go, yeah.
Here we are on the BAFTA red carpet. Mark Ruffalo, your lovely wife, Sunrise, welcome. It's rather cold, I can only apologise.
It's cold.
What an incredible performance from all of you in Spotlight.
Thank you.
Had you read, when you first read the script, when you met Mike Resendez, the character you were to play, I mean, you must have felt a huge responsibility telling this story.
Yeah, because what we're talking about is essentially life and death for a lot of people. And it was so important that we get it right, because at the end of the day, I'm sure there's a lot of people that would like to see this movie not do so well.
Yes, obviously. Yeah, okay.
And so we were, we had the responsibility of the true people that we were talking about, but also all the survivors in the world who are still living with this nightmare.
Okay. What did Mike Resendez make of your portrayal? Was he happy?
I think Mike is very, very happy with his portrayal. I think it was a little nerve-wracking for him at first, but he's told me time and time again how appreciative he is, and how I'm very appreciative to him and his generosity.
Do you feel like you are representing everybody tonight? Here you are, obviously Christian Bale is here as well. But do you feel like you're representing everybody from your film tonight?
I do. There's no way that I could be here without them. They're all amazing actors. Stanley, Tucci, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yes, Liam Schreiber, Brian, Josie James. The whole crew they are here with me.
They are here with you.
Yeah.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
It's lovely to see you again. Good luck. Sorry? Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm joined by Steven Spielberg, nominated so many times tonight for Bridge of Spies. I think 9 nominations for the film tonight. How thrilled does that make you?
It's thrilling. It's wonderful because everybody that helped make the movie is part of this evening. So I feel in my own good company with all of my compatriots.
I love the story that you and Tom Hanks sort of love to relax by reading about history and comparing notes about things like this. When Matt Sharman first called you and talked you through the script, was this a film that you wanted to do immediately?
Well, here is a British writer who is telling an American director about a piece of American history that I knew nothing about. So bravo to him for unearthing this incredible character of Jim Donovan, who did these amazing things back in the 1950s and 60s.
And what did Joel and Ethan Coen bring to the script? You brought them on board to help with the script. What extra bits did they bring?
Well, it just Joel and Ethan, did a lot of work on the characters, on the humor, on the irony. But it was really a great collaboration between Matt and Joel and Ethan.
Okay. And we must talk about Mark Rylance, nominated for supporting actor.
Mark's one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had as a director. And I just think he's a force of nature, and as you all know, because he's from here, he's a beautiful person.
He really is. We can't wait to see him as the BFG.
He's going to be the BFG, and he's very incredible as a big friendly giant.
Good luck to the movie tonight, and wonderful to meet you. You're an absolute legend.
Nice to meet you and talk to you. Thank you.
That's all, please. Thank you. That's all. Please. That's all, please. That's all. That's all.
Anita, we need to get a picture of you, one picture of you. There you go. Thank you very much, darling. Thank you. Just stay there. That's lovely. Look at me. There you go. Yeah, right here. Thank you very much. Right. I'll get plenty.
Stunning. I've got a coat and fleece type.
Have you really? Got the 70 denier?
They're so thick. I can hear you. Okay.
I'm trampling on the back of my dress.
No, you need hooks to hold them up.
I know you do.
Kate Winslet, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you very much.
For Steve Jobs. Michael Fassbender was just in this very spot. He had some wonderful things to say about you.
Oh God, love him. He was amazing. I mean, I feel as though I'm here really because of him, because he did it all. He was so prepared, so professional every day. It was an enormous undertaking for him, and for us as actors, just to have him as our leader was just incredible.
He said you're a natural leader and you're always checking everyone was all right.
Well, I can get a little bit mother hen, but I actually felt like I really had to look after him because he was so honestly immersed and focused on the role that I would sort of watch him get thinner and thinner. It was sort of a stress thing, I think. So I'd keep sort of trying to push chips his way and, arrange weekends away for him to go and relax and, eat steaks.
The mother hen, you're wonderful. And what about working with Aaron Sorkin? I mean, the man of words, he is an incredible force.
It was, I think really that for me was the biggest pull initially, was just knowing that he had written this script and there was this female role that at the time was kind of up for grabs, and I just thought, my God, I've just got to do everything I can to be in that film. Why would I not want to be in that film, written by him, directed by Danny Boyle, with Michael Fassbender playing the lead? I'd have to be a crazy person not to throw myself under a bus for that role.
I must ask you about 999, Irina. She looks like a lot of fun to play.
So Irina, yes, she was a really terrifying role to play. And actually the film was made ages ago. My son was only 6 months old and he's now 2 and a bit. And since then I've done The Dressmaker and Steve Jobs. So it's sort of lots of movies ago. And I watched it myself the other night. I thought, God, I really was quite scary. How did I manage to be that terrifying and breastfeed at the same time? It's quite bizarre.
The power of a woman. Incredible. Good luck tonight. It's a very strong category, but an incredible film.
Oh, it's an amazing category. Oh, it's so great to be here. It's fantastic.
Good luck. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
I can't actually hear what you're saying to me, Cass. Sorry. Hello, my darling. Nice to see you. All right, my love. Oh, are we okay? Tom Hooper, As I Live and Breathe. Congratulations, your incredible movie. And your stars nominated tonight. How proud are you of them?
Oh, I'm so proud to have both Best Actor and Best Actress for The Danish Girl. Alicia and Eddie. It couldn't happen to a nicer couple of people, and they brought to life the love story in the film in such a wonderful way, and I'm so pleased that everyone's responding to it, including the BAFTA voters.
Yes, well said, well said. I mean, it's such a beautiful story. How did you find the story? Alicia was saying she couldn't believe she'd never heard about Lily and Gerda before.
Yeah, I mean, I came across this 8 years ago. My wonderful casting director, Nina Gold, said, I know of one great unmade script. It's called The Danish Girl. I read it. I fell for this extraordinary love story, this incredible pioneering couple. And then, I couldn't believe I'd never heard of Lily Elbe. I mean, to be arguably the first or among the first gender confirmation surgeons in the world, and to be so brave. And it made me wonder whether, the world over the decades has pushed their story aside, because there has, after all, been decades of prejudice against these kind of trans stories. So the fact that I've helped bring it out into the light in this world, in this way, and we're on the red carpet talking about this wonderful woman, Lily Elbe, although, almost 100 years ago, is kind of amazing.
It is absolutely amazing. Oh, good luck with the film tonight. What's your next project? We're very excited to hear.
Zoe, I would love to reveal that in the intimacy of talking to you on the red carpet, but I can't yet.
Tell me later. Tell me later in the bar. Tommy, good luck.
Thanks,
Lovely to
Zoe.
talk to you.
Thank you, nice to see you.
Julianne, you saw my picture then, Julianne?
Julianne.
Round to your left, please.
To your left, please.
Julianne, please, Julianne, please.
cast. Oh, you can stay here.
Oh, okay.
You go there. I'm not very good at directing. Aaron Sorkin, welcome to the BAFTAs.
Well, it's great to be here.
How excited are you to see Michael Fassbender and Kate Winslet both nominated for speaking your incredible words?
Thank you very much, and I couldn't be more excited. Michael and Kate were just a dream to work with. They're two of the greatest actors in the world. I couldn't have asked for anything better. If I had one more wish, it would be that Danny Boyle was here as well, because he was the captain of the ship.
Is he working tonight? I'm imagining he is working somewhere.
I'm sure he is. He's never not working.
Okay. How was it to play those huge scenes, incredibly theatrical, a huge amount of language for Michael to contend with? How did those play out? There was a lot of rehearsal, I believe.
The rehearsal was the key.
Yeah.
We had more rehearsal time than most movies usually do, and we did it one act at a time. We rehearsed just the first act for 2 weeks, then shot just the first act, then shut everything down, rehearsed just the second act for 2 weeks, shot just the second act, and so on. So that gave Michael, Kate, and the rest of the cast a sort of play-like rehearsal period.
A time to sort of recover and move their
Recover
character
and
forward.
move on. Now
Yeah.
they don't have to deal with the first act anymore. They can just concentrate on this. And I'm sure once it was all over, they never wanted to remember any of those words ever again.
Goodness me. What are you working on next for us to get excited about?
I've written a new movie, and I'm going to be directing it, actually. And we start shooting at the end of the summer. And I'm also adapting To Kill a Mockingbird for Broadway.
Yes, I know. I've just read about that. That's an incredible project. How excited are you about that?
Well, I'm very excited. It's also very daunting. It's a novel that is revered, that we all love, and but I think it's going to be a great theatrical experience.
Okay, an incredible category tonight. So many amazing screenplays.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Honestly, it's a cliche, but the honor is being nominated along with these other great screenplays.
It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks very
Good luck
much.
tonight. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Dakota, please. This is Sarah Fargo.
Catch up to us. Together, guys. That's a nice quick picture together.
You've been good?
I've been really good. Great. Lovely. Gentlemen, can I get a picture? Gentlemen, can I get a picture together? Let's look in this way. That's it. Lovely. Thank you.
And gents, thank you so much.
Step in, then put them up, because then it looks like they're doing a hurry.
Leo, can I have a selfie, please?
Leo, so much better around.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Come in. Okay. Eddie Redmayne, congratulations. Only Rod Steiger and Colin Firth have done it before, but tonight you could possibly be the third. 2 in a row, can you do it?
I doubt it very much, but I'm thrilled to be invited. So it's an amazing evening here. So I'm so excited to be back. Yeah.
How different does it feel to last year? I mean, how are you feeling when you're walking the red carpet last year?
Well, I suppose it all felt pretty new to me last year, but there's still an adrenaline buzz and excitement that comes, and you work on films. It's quite a sort of you give your everything, and you hope that people will enjoy it. So when you get to these things, hopefully it means people have gone and seen the films, which is always a good sign. So.
I know, I was talking to Tom Hooper, and he was talking about how proud he is of yours and Alicia's performances. Obviously, she's nominated tonight. In fact, she's nominated twice. So
I
great.
know.
We've got so many questions for you. This comes from Ak Melisa Ali, who says, what was the most challenging part of playing Lily for you?
That's a great question. I suppose it was her emotional journey. Whilst prepping for the film, I met many trans women, both here in England and in the States, and they were very generous at opening their hearts to me and really telling me their stories and trying to work out what Lily's transition was at a time when there were no predecessors, there was no vocabulary, there was no trans community. It was I suppose that was the most challenging but deeply rewarding side of it.
Whose performances have you enjoyed most this year in some of the films that you've caught?
Oh gosh, I love Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant. I thought that was extraordinary. I think Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight was breathtaking. God, there are so many. Where to start?
It's actually hard to hear because Leonardo DiCaprio has arrived. It's bonkers, isn't it?
That tends to be the case. He's an amazing guy, though.
Congratulations. Brilliant acting yet again. Enjoy tonight and good luck.
Thank you so much. See you later.
Can I get a picture? Together, please.
Shaking your chihuahua. Rudy Mara, welcome to the BAFTAs and congratulations on your nomination for playing Therese Belafet. Such a beautiful film. What do you think is it about Carol's and Therese's story that has resonated with everybody around the world?
I think Todd just did such an amazing job at capturing sort of the essence of falling in love, and that's a feeling that everyone can relate to. So, yeah.
And also in this film, Ed Lachman has done the most beautiful cinematography. It's sort of like the film is another character in that film. How astounded were you when you saw the finished film?
I knew that it was going to be beautiful because I knew what they were going for and I saw the visual references, but I really was blown away by just how beautiful it was.
Tonight is a little bit like a reunion of Weightless. I think most of the cast here, Michael Fassbender, obviously Kate's here, Benicio del Toro. What can you tell us about this Terrence Malick project?
I can't really tell you anything because I don't know. I don't really know much. I don't know what it'll be about. I don't know.
Okay, that's it. Your secret's stay with us. You haven't shared anything. Good luck tonight. A beautiful film. Thank you for talking to us.
Top left, please. And top left, please. Top left, please. Top left, please. Top left, please.
This way.
Top left, please.
To the BAFTAs, a great haul. I mean, could be a good night for The Big Short.
It could be. I mean, we're just thrilled to be nominated. This is crazy. I've never been here before.
I love that you arrived just after Leonardo DiCaprio. So
of course,
yeah.
I always do, because I want to make sure there's a downer before I show up, and then everyone goes crazy. So.
I love the story, and I hope it's true, that you read Michael Lewis's book, The Big Short, and you said to your wife, I would love to direct this, but I'm not sure they'd let me.
That is true. Yeah, I read the book in one night and just couldn't put it down and said, well, I'm kind of known as a comedy guy, so it'll never happen. And about 2 years later, my agent said to me, if you could do anything, what would you do? And I said, I want to do The Big Short. And sure enough, it happened. It's amazing.
It's an incredible film, and it's such a task to take on to explain to everybody, you know, how this worked. And there were a couple of times I had to stop and have a cup of tea and regroup. But I love the fact you break the fourth wall in this film, which kind of needed to happen, didn't it?
It did, and we all know the first rule of film school is show, don't tell. But when I read the book, I was like, you have to break the fourth wall. I give a lot of credit to Michael Winterbottom, who had done it so well in 24-Hour Party People, and that's kind of what made me think it could work.
Another incredible director. Talk to me about the brilliance of Christian Bale, nominated tonight.
My God, he's amazing. You know, that role was one of the central roles of the movie. I needed an actor with no ego who would just transform. And when you think that way, you immediately think of Christian Bale. And sure enough, he did it. He really became the guy. It was amazing.
How was it to work without Will Ferrell? Was he on phone for support at most times?
He was. There were tough days where I looked around and said, where's Will? And he would call me and he'd be there for me. No, it was a little strange. I'm very spoiled. He's a delight to work with. But fortunately, we were producing a movie, Daddy's Home, for him that did really well. So it all worked out well for all of us.
Good luck tonight. It's an incredibly strong category, but I hope you get some wins and enjoy your night. Lovely to speak to you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Pleasure to talk with you. Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
How are things?
Will Poulter, welcome back to the BAFTAs. Of course, a former EE Rising star. How well do you remember that night?
You know, it is still very much like a nervous blur in my mind. It really is. But no, very fondly now. Now that I can like reflect on it properly, very fondly. Glad to be back.
Let's talk about The Revenant. Your performance is incredible. Obviously, everybody talking about Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, it must have been quite a grueling process. We've heard the stories, but how much do you think you grew as an actor during this time?
Yeah, I think a lot as a person as well. You know, I'm really fortunate to be surrounded by so many incredible professionals who really kind of just set the bar so high and really inspired everybody else, you know, day to day. I feel like now I'm kind of like, ready for challenges maybe I wasn't before. So I'm very grateful to come away with that.
Would you do us a big favour and say welcome to the BAFTAs into the camera for
Absolutely.
us? Would you do that?
Absolutely.
I'm directing Will Poulter. It's exciting.
Oh my God, it's exciting for me. I'm being directed by Zoe Ball. Welcome to the BAFTAs. Is that it?
Thank you.
Cheers,
You're
lovely.
wonderful.
Nice to see you.
Have a lovely night.
Stay warm.
An amazing
Stay warm.
performance. Oh, Stanley, Tucci.
good. Nice
Lovely
to see you.
to see
Nice
you.
to see you. You must be. Do they not have a here for you or anything?
There's a little heater.
Is
Thank
there?
you, Stanley Tucci, for showing concern of my well-being.
At least I can do it. Yeah.
How wonderful to be part of Spotlight, such an incredible and very important film.
Yeah, a really important film. Yeah, and the more nominations it gets, the more people will see it. It's a really, really important film.
How was it to play those scenes with Mark Ruffalo? Obviously, he's nominated tonight.
Oh, it was great. I love Mark. We sort of knew each other peripherally, but we never got to know each other. But now we're great friends. Great actor.
And how much responsibility do you all feel as a cast to the victims and also to the journalists and to Mitchell, who you play, making a film like this?
Well, you feel responsibility. You want to be as truthful as possible to the story, to the characters. And the more truthful you are, I think then the better the film, and then the more people will see it.
Which of your next projects are you most looking forward to us all seeing, Stanley?
I'm about to direct a movie about Alberto Giacometti. I start tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yes, tomorrow morning, with Jeffrey Rush playing Giacometti. I'm very excited.
Oh my goodness, Giacometti, this is an amazing project. Good luck. You probably will need some sleep tonight.
Eventually, yes.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley.
Okay.
Welcome to the BAFTAs. How are you feeling tonight? Obviously nominated for an incredible role in Beasts of No Nation.
Thank you. I feel good. I feel really good. It's a lovely night. It's Valentine's night. There's love in the air. And it's my first BAFTA, so I'm super excited.
It's your first and you've got a nomination. Tell me about Commandment playing him. I mean, he's obviously a character who has probably been through an awful lot. I mean, to make him how he is, we can't excuse his behaviour, but he's a tough character to play.
Yeah, it's one of the hardest, you know. He's a bad guy, but I needed to bring some sort of humanity to him, and that was a craft. My director and the team helped me do that, and but it is one of my proudest roles for sure.
And an incredible young cast of non-actors around you, particularly Abraham, who plays Agu, who is, you know, his performance is amazing.
Yeah, it's stunning. I mean, it's very pure. It was heartbreakingly pure. When I was working with him, I was sort of very nervous about how he was psychologically being affected, but he was like a brilliant actor, took it on the chin and just went for it.
And obviously there are brutal scenes in this film, and it's about child soldiers in Africa, and I think the director, Kerry Fukunaga, actually said probably what goes on is a lot worse than almost what we're seeing, but an important story to tell.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's one of those horrible moments in our world where it was on the TV a lot, and then this film has brought it all back. It's an incredibly hard film to fund, to get people excited for it, but thankfully we got there. We got it to a lot of people and they've seen it, and the story feels like it's still relevant, you know?
Yeah. Let's talk about Star Trek. I'm sure you can't tell us anything, but you must be quite excited.
Star Trek? Who's in Star Trek? No, yeah, I've done it. I can't wait for people to see it.
I know, we really want to see it. It must be hard to keep quiet about these things. Would you do a welcome to the BAFTA, stand the camera, and if I just step out, would you mind?
I don't mind at all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Zoe. It's Idris Elba here, and I'm going to say to you, welcome to the 2016 BAFTAs.
Thanks, babe. Good luck. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Donald Gleeson, congratulations. All four films that were released that you starred in this year have all been nominated for BAFTAs. You are obviously the lucky charm.
Yes, I've decided that's what I am. Yes.
Fantastic. How was it to work with Alex Garland, his first outing as a director?
It was amazing. I'd worked with Alex before on Dread and Never Let Me Go, and he'd been very present over the shoot of those. So in a way, it was not a huge difference, but I'm very proud to be in any film of Alex's because I really kind of feel for the work that he does, you know.
They are being rushed. You're being rushed off. Would you mind saying welcome to the BAFTAs for us? No, be fashion related. It's wonderful.
Welcome to the BAFTAs. Is that all right?
Good night. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping. Wow, what a red carpet that was. It was like a whirlwind. We got to talk to so many great movie stars and filmmakers. Good luck to them all tonight. This is going to be the end of our live stream. Do join us on the BAFTA YouTube page and also on BAFTA.org, where you'll be able to see my interviews with the winners as they come off the stage triumphant, holding their BAFTAs. Thanks for watching.